So, John, one of the great things about working, especially in retail in Seattle, and and maybe it's something because I'm a Kansan and I'm a Kansas boy, and I get excited about these things. But it's once in a while, every once in a great while, celebrities come in to the store, and one of my favorite employees, not, I wish he was an employee, celebrity is Duff McKagan, who lives in the area of Guns N' Roses, comes in every once in a while. I've seen Mario Batali come in. Cameron Crowe came once in, a big hero of mine. I've heard that Paul McCartney actually came into the store.
Yeah, I heard that too. I've missed all of those.
Oh yeah,
except for Shelley.
Yeah, well, and that's one of my very favorite actresses, Martha Plimpton.
Yeah.
Comes in and as you told me, she has more than a indirect connection to the store.
I got to tell you, this is a good story. Bless her heart, Shelley was from her mother. Shelley worked at the store as a toy buyer. Christ knows how she got from New York City, from doing hair, from doing Alice's Restaurant, from doing a whole lot of things. She got from New York City to Seattle. I don't even know. She was once married to one of the Carradines.
Yeah. And
produced Martha.
All right.
Yeah, and
he was a producer as well as an actor.
Yeah, he was a producer, all right. In any case, so I go there and I don't know nothing. And somebody says, and I think it was Mercedes told me, she's out there. I think Mercedes said, Shelley was in Alice's Restaurant. And I said, oh, really? She said, yeah, she did the only nude scene in Alice's Restaurant. And here's Shelley at 63 or 4, and I'm at 65. And I go, wow, that scene. I saw Alice's Restaurant, so I've seen Shelley's yayas. and they were really, really, really very nice.
In 1969.
Yeah, in 69 they were lovely, and she was a delightful little thing. The big tragedy of that scene is she had to pretend to want to fuck Arlo Guthrie.
I don't know.
I'd sooner fuck Spider Murphy. Arlo Guthrie?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Alice's Restaurant, because there's that famous scene when he's going to school in somewhere in Montana. Let's say it's University of Montana, Missoula. I don't think they ever say, but he gets thrown out of town by the local cops.
Right.
And that's how the story. Mm-hmm. But as I understand it, you had a very similar story to that, or
Oh God, yeah. Now it's circa 1968.
Yeah.
And I was the lonely shack by the railroad tracks. He spent his younger days. Oh, I guess it's it was that I wanted to wander. I wanted to drift. I wanted to get on the proverbial railway of life and move.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to do.
And you were living in Connecticut.
I was living in Connecticut, and I forget who was going to the Tetons. Somebody was going to the Tetons. I got a ride to the Tetons, and then I was going to hitchhike to Oregon.
Yeah.
And I got to the Tetons, and Christ knows what happened, but I ended up in Golden, Colorado, and that was a wonderful place to be because it was the hippie days. It was a free-for-all. There were all these beautiful young people. A woman decided to take me home for a few days, and then she said...
Like a little puppy.
Yeah, like a worthless puppy, except I was a teenage puppy with all the hormones of a goat. In any case, so I'm leaving Golden, Colorado, and she says, you have to take a bus out of here. You have to take a bus out of here because you're a syphilitic retard and a bore. No, she says, you have to take a bus out of here because it's against the law to hitchhike in Colorado. So I get on a bus and I go to Rock Springs, Wyoming. Rock Springs, Wyoming is like Never Never Land. In those days, it was really close to caveman existence. It was just this ungodly mining town that had been lost for 100 years, you know. And so I take a bus to Rock Springs, Wyoming, but guess what? My backpack is not on the bus. And what is a wandering hippie without his backpack? You know, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary.
All your weed is in there.
Yeah, well, I wished my weed was in there. My 7 clothes were in there. But, so I end up evening in the bus station in Rock Springs, Wyoming, circa 68, maybe 5,000 people in the town, scattered all over a huge King County-sized county.
Yeah.
So I go in there, and the woman said, "Oh, yeah, your backpack's not here, and it won't be here for until tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock." So I'm, oh, fuck, tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, I need a drink. So I'm sitting in the bus station, 2 guys come in, and they're jazzed out of their minds. They're really drunk losers like me. We're 3 losers in the bus station, and we're drunk. They're drunk, and I'm unfortunately not drunk. But we say, okay, we can sit here until the morning. But, however, the woman that runs the bus station says at 11 o'clock, "You guys got to get out of here. I lock the doors at 11 o'clock. I don't open them until 7 in the morning." Oh, great. This is terrific. I get to sit on a concrete step with these 2 drunken poor bastards all night long. Isn't this nice? Fortunately, it was summer. We had summer. Well, you know, so we're on the front porch there, on the concrete stoop, as they call them on the East Coast. And this poor son of a bitch starts to tell me his drunken, heartfelt tale about why he's there. That's, you know, because you and I are Aquarians. We love people's histories, but oh, Jesus Christ.
Not that much history.
I so didn't need this history, but, well, I'll take a history. Hell, I got to spend all night with these guys. Oh, he was a cop in New Jersey. You know, everything's going fine. His kids, they graduate, and they're out in the world. He comes home one day from a bad, hard day of being a cop, and house is dark, quiet, nothing's going on. Wife is gone. Note is on the table. Fuck you, Ralph, left with Sam. You know?
You see that note on the table.
Yeah, see the note on the table. You're screwed. So this poor bastard says, "Oh, I started to drift west, and you know, I went here, and then I went there, and then I didn't have any money, and then the car croaked and died in Rock Springs, so that's where I was." And there's a little Irish guy with him about this big. He was from the East Coast too, but he didn't seem to have a story. He seemed to be taking care of this other poor son of a bitch.
Silent Bob.
Silent Short
Silent
Bob.
Danny.
Yeah. Silent Short Bob Danny. So he's just going on about the sadness and the angst and how bad it was and how he started drinking and how he got drunk and wrecked and stoned and destroyed and met this woman, and then they started drinking together, and how it was, you know, I really didn't want to beat her, he says to me, and I'm going, fuck. So at some point he crashes down and goes to sleep. The little Irish guy stays awake, and I'm real tired, but this big, long 56 Buick rushes up to the bus station parking lot, stops, screeching halt, opens the door. This giant cowboy gets out. He's got a hat as big as Montana. He's got the shirt, you know, the two-tone shirt with the little, you know, what do they call that thing?
The pearl buttons.
Yeah, the pearl buttons, the whole damn thing. He's got the boot jeans and big fancy boots on. He's 1,000 miles. He's Goliath, for Christ's sake.
He's a New York stud.
Yeah, he's a New York. And he comes, and I'm going, Jesus Christ, and he's coming towards the bus station door, he's coming. I'm watching, the drunk's asleep, the kid's mumbling to himself, bam, he hits the door, 2 panes of glass smash out of the door. The door bursts open, and this guy, I don't know what the hell he's doing there, but the woman inside goes crazy. She's tough as brass nails. She's got brass balls. She goes off, starts screaming, "You son of a bitch, you broke my door, you fucking asshole, I'm gonna fucking call the cops, you syphilitic pain in the ass, I'll slit your son's throat." She's going, and this giant cowboy starts to shrink. "Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I just came here. My wife, she left me. I don't know where she went. Did you sell any bus tickets to my door? Fucking asshole. I got this goddamn door, and the cops are going to come and they're going to hang you with this ass." And he gets, I can fix it. I'm a goddamn carpenter. I can do this. I can take care of it.
I'm a TV repairman.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Right. This is Pleasantville. Same sort of thing. So he shrinks down into this pathetic soul whose wife left him. Giant cowboy turns into a slug. He can fix the slug's going to fix the door. Okay, I'm going, Jesus Christ, this is a hell of a night. You know, this is all true, folks, believe it or not. I couldn't make this up. In any case, so he's working on the door. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. He gets it all worked out with his tools. He gets them out of his car, and he does all this carpenter stuff. And then he says to the woman, "Look, I know. I will fix this. I have to fix this. I have to have 2 panes of glass cut, and I'll put them in the windows and fix it, and it'll be fine. You sure he doesn't sell any bus tickets to a woman?" I fucking just fix a goddamn door, you son of a bitch! Okay. So finally he drifts off, and it's quiet. You know, and the Wyoming sky opens up, and I'm so tired I can't breathe. But next to the bus station is this used car lot. And a used car lot in Wyoming in 1968 is just a bunch of rusted hulks. So I picked the most horrible, bent, destroyed vehicle I can find. I tell the short Irishman, I said, "You know, I'm going to go sleep in one of these vehicles, in that truck over there," because it was a rust bucket from end to end. I said, "I can't accuse me of stealing that thing." I said, "Would you please wake me up when the bus comes at 7 o'clock? Never in my life imagining that he would do that.
Yeah.
7 o'clock, dum, 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 bus is here. I'm out of here. End of story.
So you get the
Backpack was there.
backpack that's on the
It
bus.
was there, yeah.
And then what do you do then?
Well, I start walking out of Rock Springs.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm walking out of Rock Springs and this van pulls up, and it's just a delivery van. It's not a hippie van. There was no dope in it, unfortunately. And this guy says, "You got to get out of this town." I said, "Why?" And he said, "Because the sheriff's a prick and he hates hippies." I had kind of long hair and a backpack. Everybody's a hippie with long hair and a backpack.
These are good things to know.
And he says, "Hey, come on, get in. He'll put you in jail for 18 days and put an APB out on you. Jesus Christ, you're lucky I showed up."
So how long did you stay with Arlo?
No, Miss Shelley stayed with Arlo. Oh. I only stayed for 10 seconds in the movie.
Cheers.
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 Thanks, folks. You're very kind to an old man.
And a middle-aged man.
And a middle-aged man.